Hi guys, welcome back to Relatable Girl. Tonight I'm in a sort of different spot, probably just for tonight, but we'll see. I'm filming in the living room instead of in my regular spot, and I'm trying to be quiet because it's very late, but I was excited about sharing this with you and didn't want to wait anymore, so I wanted to make a video about why I use the phrase wait at the door and kind of just explain to you where it came from and also share how I use it with you so that hopefully you can use it as well. So many years ago, like 2007, 2008, no, it was 2008 or 2009, my best friend Sarah had been with me already for many years in my life. We've known each other since I was 12 and she was 11. We were very young. And I had gone through a very serious health crisis in 2008, which I'll talk about another time in a different video, but I had a very serious concussion and it completely changed my entire life. It changed everything. I lost my job. I lost so much confidence and so much time, but again, that's something I'll talk about in another video. But at that time, it was really hard for me to do anything. Literally, I was like home most of the time. And I think it was 2009, Sarah and our friend Kate agreed with me that we really wanted to see Andrew Bird in concert. We all loved Andrew Bird, and that it would be really good for me to go, even though I thought, you know, there's no way I can do something like that. It would involve traveling a few hours. It would be loud and crowded, and I just can't do it. And I'm really glad that they convinced me to go. And we drove, I want to say 3 or 4 hours north from New Hampshire, where I was living at the time, up to Burlington, Vermont. It was absolutely beautiful. It was fall time. It was gorgeous, just beautiful. But on the drive up there, my head was hurting so badly from a combination of stress and you know, problems from the migraine. And I was sitting in the back seat, I think, and I just remember that my head was hurting so badly, and I started crying, and I said to Sarah, like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do it. I can't do it. Like, I feel like I'm gonna die because my head just hurt so bad, and everything was very uncertain then. It was a very scary time. And, you know, Sarah really, like, made me hold on while we drove up there. And when we actually got to the venue, again, I was like, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do it. I'm just gonna have to sit in the car and miss the concert. And she was like, no, you're going to go inside. You're gonna eat some food right now because your blood sugar is low. You're gonna eat, and then you're gonna go inside and you're gonna go to this show. And I ate, like she suggested, because my blood sugar was low. And I went inside, and even while I was standing in line, my head was just hurting. My anxiety was so bad, I was having panic, and I forced myself, though, to, you know, try and just get it together. And Sarah and Kate were very supportive of me while we waited, and we got in. We were, I want to say, like, we weren't on the barrier, but I want to say we were like 1 row back. Or no, we were like sharing a barrier spot, kind of. We were like taking turns, but we were very close to barrier, thankfully. I mean, it got very crowded in there, but once the show started, it was just beautiful, and just like it always is with live music, it just pulled me in. I cried a lot during that show, and it was hot and claustrophobic in there, but it was just such a beautiful show, and I heard so many songs by him that I loved, that I had been listening to a lot while I was, like, you know, going through the worst of it with the migraine stuff. And I didn't know if I would ever hear those songs live, because I didn't know, honestly, if I was going to make it through that. But anyway, the show was beautiful, and after the show, Sarah said to me, you know, we're going to wait around and we're going to meet Andrew Bird. And I was like, that only happens to you. Like, you always meet cool people, like, whatever. That's not going to happen to me. And Sarah was like, no, it will. It will. And we went outside, and it was really cold by that time because, it was fall. And, like, as soon as the sun went down, it was really cold. And I was really, I was buzzing high on the energy of the concert, but I was still, I was still not feeling well. And Sarah had me sit down on something like this like, I don't know, this like cold piece of metal or something. She had me sit on it, and she was like, wait by the door. And she was like, just look at that door, wait here. He's gonna come out, you are gonna meet him. And I had brought a drawing that my little sister, who also had been going through really serious health issues at the time, had drawn for Andrew Bird, that I was hoping to be able to give to him if I met him. But I still didn't really think it was going to happen, because nothing like that had ever happened to me before. So we were sitting out there, and it was so cold, and we were waiting and waiting. It felt like forever. And Sarah kept saying, no, he's going to come out. He's going to come out. And I'm like, well, should I put my lip gloss back on in case we get pictures? And Sarah was like, yeah, you should. So this was like before I had a cool cell phone. So I'm like, like in the dark reflection of my phone being like, and put lip gloss back on. And a few minutes after that, Sarah was like, look, the door's opening. And sure enough, Andrew Bird came out, and he talked to this little group of us. It was me and Sarah and Kate, and this wonderful girl named Shauna, and her at the time boyfriend, and a couple other people. And we all kind of just stood there, and Andrew Bird ended up talking to us for a really long time. And I forgot I had also brought a scarf that I crocheted for him, because he loves scarves, and that was like a thing. So I had brought that too. I forgot about that. That was kind of an important part. But when we got to talk to him, he spent a long time talking to us, and he told us that he had been going through a rough time, and that he was actually going to like take a break from music for a while, because his body was just so worn out, and he was so stressed out and like having a tough time. He was going to take a break. And I gave him the picture that my sister drew, and it like really meant a lot to him, because I mean, I think she was like 5 at the time, and that was very touching to him. And he really liked the scarf that I made for him, and we got a picture with him, and that Shauna took. And we all got back in the car eventually, and I couldn't believe how I felt, because even though physically I didn't feel any better than I had before, something had changed mentally. Like, I realized that Sarah was right, that there are so many things in life that if we just wait by the door, they will happen, even if we don't think they will. And that night we went to like a 24-hour IHOP or something, and I just couldn't believe that had happened. And the next day we had this just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day walking around Burlington, and the leaves were falling, and we were listening to music together, and it was just this difference mentally, where I realized that anything can happen. Like, it's really true. Anything can happen. You can make amazing things happen if you show up, if you don't run away and stay, and if you wait. If you wait in the right place, and you wait and you believe, so many things can happen. And, in the years since then, there have been so many times where just absolutely amazing things have happened to me, because I always think of Sarah saying, wait by the door, wait by the door. And I still use that as my like motto, and what I say to myself if I'm thinking about giving up on something, or trying for something and think, oh, that's not going to happen. I always just think, no, wait at the door, show up for it, don't run away, stay for it, and believe that it's going to happen. And that's not just for, a concert. That's for meeting somebody that you are going to fall in love with, or moving somewhere that you really want to go, or saving up enough money to go on a trip, or getting a job that you really want, or having a life experience that you really want. Those things can happen, and I am living proof of that, because when this happened to me, I had just gone through an extremely traumatizing thing. I had just gone through something where I could have died. I literally could have died. And the fact that I was able to do those things after was absolutely a testament to just showing up and believing. And all of that is down to having a friend who taught me those things and who loved me enough to make me stick with it. And she right now lives on the other side of the country from me, and we haven't gotten to see each other for a while. But, you know, even just a week ago, I thought about that. Even just a couple weeks ago at the Franz Ferdinand show, when I was waiting and hoping to meet Alex, I thought about that. When Matt Bellamy showed my book off to the paparazzi and all of that happened, you know, while we were waiting for Muse, I absolutely thought wait at the door. You know, when I was hoping so much that I would be able to move to New York, I always thought about wait at the door. And I hope that's something that you will be able to take too, that I can be that for you and tell you that you can do that. That even if things are really, 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 really hard, like the worst they've ever been, that you can also at least try and wait at the door and believe, and amazing things can happen. They don't always, but they can, and they do. Amazing things do happen. So it's my very late night thought for you. I love all of you guys. Thank you for watching, and let me know if there's anything that you would like to have me talk about soon. So for now, talk to you guys soon.